Hi, if we haven't met before, my name is Katrona Kearney and I'm an associate broker with Brown Harris Stevens. And today I want to talk about the New York City mansion tax. The New York City mansion tax is a closing cost that kicks in when a residential sale happens for just over $1 million. Now, let's not fool ourselves. It is impossible to buy a mansion in New York City for $1 million. But sadly, since the New York City mansion tax was introduced in 1989, it has never been adjusted for inflation. Otherwise, the threshold now would be more like $2 million. So how much is the New York City mansion tax? Well, it's a sliding scale. It kicks in at 1% when you have a property that sells for more than $1 million and goes up to 3.9% if it is $25 million or more. And this chart here shows you when the various thresholds kick in. Who pays the New York City mansion tax? Well, it is typically a buyer cost. The only time when that is not the case is if you're buying a new development condo property from a sponsor, and as part of the negotiations, they may agree to pick up all or part of your mansion tax. And sometimes in a resale with the negotiations, the same thing can happen, but it usually is the buyer that pays it. Now, don't be fooled if you think you're buying property for $999,999 and avoiding mansion tax. Because if it's a new development sponsor sale and there are other considerations that the sponsor is picking up for you, sometimes the city can see those considerations as part of the actual sales price and you will trigger mansion tax. Which is why it is very important that your real estate attorney is very much involved in all the terms of your deal so that you know that you are avoiding mansion tax if you're trying to. So why does the mansion tax matter to a seller if the buyer is picking it up? Well, imagine a situation where you're pricing your property and you go on the market at just over $1 million, just over $2 million, just over $3 million, just over $5 million. Well, guess what? You are triggering mansion tax at different percentage points, and buyers are well aware of that. So don't be surprised if you do not receive offers around those numbers, because they are trying to avoid paying the mansion tax. So it really does matter if you think very carefully about this when you're listing a property for sale. So if you want to hear more about closing costs, and particularly the New York City mansion tax, you know how to reach me.